Morning, kids. It is Friday, February 27th, 2026. It's 6:45 a.m. I'm recording this message for you a little bit earlier than normal. It's maybe one of my earliest yet. That's because I woke up at 4 a.m. this morning. Why did I wake up at 4? Well, because I went to bed about 7 o'clock last night. Went to bed really early because I was tired. I'd managed to get a 4-mile run over the lunch hour yesterday. So my legs were sore. And my muscles, my back, my shoulders, my pecs, they're all sore from 2 days ago having worked out on that new weight machine we got in the barn. So it was a good sleep. I slept really good. Then I woke up at 4, and about 10 minutes here I'll get on my men's morning support group meeting. But yesterday was a fun day. I want to share a little bit of that with you. It's funny, it's ironic, because yesterday I just did a video about what Dad does here, what my job is here at Bravo Zulu House. I think it was a little bit long, like 13 minutes, but these are what they are. So, fun part of my job popped up yesterday. So, about, 3 o'clock or so, Tim, the executive director, my boss here, he stops by like he does once or twice a week and gives me a knock on my door while I'm working, and I give him a hug and caught up with him, told him about this new guy who I'd interviewed yesterday on the phone, 60-year-old guy from South Dakota who's going to come move in next Friday. And I interviewed him, told Tim my thoughts, and that why I thought the guy'd be a good fit, and gave Tim a hug, and Tim goes about his way, and I get back to work, and a couple minutes later, Tim texts me, sends me a text message, and says, "What's the dog's name?" I said, "Oh, it's Griffin. It's like Riffin with a G." I thought it was being funny. And go back to work, don't think anything of it. About a half hour later, the guy who, one of the residents here, he's an Air Force guy. He's the one who brought Griffin. Griffin is his dog. He was able to bring Griffin with him since we're dog friendly. So all of a sudden he asked me, he's like, "Hey Ryan, have you seen Griffin?" I'm like, "No, why?" He goes, "Well, I can't find him anywhere." And I'm like, "Really? That's strange." And then, it hits me. I'm like, "Well, wait a second. Tim asked what the dog's name was when Tim was here like a half hour ago. So I text Tim and I'm like, "Hey man, did you happen to like Griffin out or something?" Tim's like, "Oh yeah, I let him out when I left, but it's okay. He didn't follow me." So Tim let this dog out all by itself, and then Tim drove off. So then we realized, okay, Griffin's outside somewhere. So then you got me, this Air Force guy, and another third guy outside shouting, "Griffin, Griffin," trying to find him. We're surrounded by farms, surrounded by a bunch of farmland. So he's somewhere. So I don't know, 15, 20 minutes goes by, we find him, and he's covered in mud, head to toe in mud. Looks like he'd been rolling around in mud. Because, of course, he's out playing in the fields, right? These muddy spring fields here in southern Minnesota. He's having the time of his life for a half hour. He's covered in mud. So we take the hose from the front porch, and the three of us, we hose him down and get all the mud off him, get him all cleaned off. Takes us about 5-10 minutes. The three of us go back inside, and the entire entryway, one of the bedrooms near the front of the house, were flooded with water. We're talking gallons and gallons and gallons of water. Our whole bedroom, about that much water, half an inch of water in it. And the whole entryway, same thing. Oh my gosh, there must be a water leak somehow from that faucet we just used. So I run and I shut the main water line off to the house, which turns off all the water to the whole house. And the boys grab some mops and some buckets and some towels, and we're spending the next hour getting up all that water. And I called Tim and I'm saying, "Houston, we have a problem. We got a water leak somewhere." So Tim calls a plumber, and an hour later, we're getting all the water all soaked up and outside the house and mopped up and soaked up, and finally starting to get it dried out. The plumber shows up, and yep, sure enough, there's a frozen pipe and it burst, and plumber spent about an hour cutting into a wall, replacing a pipe. And by about 6 p.m. then, 6:30, the plumber had finished, pipe was repaired, water line to the back to the house was back online. And I talked to Tim, fill him in. Hey, so we're going to have to pay the plumber. And we've now got a cutout about this big in one of the bedroom walls so that he could access the pipe to repair the pipe. But other than that, we got all the water cleaned up. And after that, I had some dinner and I crashed out, went to bed. So I just thought that was funny, that those are the kinds of random things that pop up here when you got a house with up to 12 residents. Currently 5, soon to be 6. It'll be 7 by the middle of March. Those are the things we run into. That's part of my job. When something like that happens, it's Ryan's job to handle it, to deal with it. Thankfully, I had help yesterday. I had 2 other guys who, when they saw that massive pool of water, they didn't panic, they didn't freak out, they didn't stress out, they didn't start swearing. They just grabbed some mops, grabbed some towels, and went to work. And that was actually kind of cool. The 3 of us just jumping into action, nobody cussing, nobody throwing a fit, nobody freaking out. Because at the end of the day, it's just some spilled water. And water can dry, water can be cleaned up. So, also the first time I had a major incident like that in the house. And it was actually went pretty smooth. So, did cost me about an hour of work, which is part of why I came early, woke up early, so I could make up that extra hour of work. But yeah, that's the stuff that Dad deals with here at Bravo Zulu, that Dad's responsible for. What's the moral of the story? I don't know. Maybe something about pipes will break. You just calmly work through and solve the problem. Nothing to panic about, nothing to stress out about. And maybe there's a lesson in there about having a couple of friends, a couple of good guys to your left and right to help out. More hands makes less work. Got that problem solved a lot quicker and easier than if I'd have been the only one working on it. If I'd have been trying to shut off the main line, trying to call a plumber, and trying to clean up all that water all at the same time, I'd have probably been more stressed. But I had 2 other guys helping clean it up. And I didn't even have to ask them. They didn't complain. It was pretty cool. So that was my Thursday. About that, my Friday. Gonna jump on my men's meeting here. And have a good day of work. And then I got some volunteer work tonight. And I get to see you guys in about a week. So I'm excited. Love you kids. We'll talk soon.